Oh, she did it early. Here we go.
The alligator book.
Okay, take one.
Take
Episode
one.
3.
Episode 3.
How fun.
Welcome to Midstreamers.
Yay.
We're back.
Yep.
It's been another week. How's your week been?
My weekend was fabulous. My husband and I had our anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. And we went out to a gorgeous steak dinner on Friday night. And then yesterday we made a brisket.
Oh, I love brisket.
Yum. We're going to have more tonight.
I love brisket.
Smoked brisket.
How long does it take you all to smoke a brisket?
It takes about 9 hours.
Oh my goodness, that is one of my favorite foods.
Yeah, I'd love to do a video on that, but we don't have 9 hours, do we? Nope.
We do not.
Nope.
So what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about a really fun topic, and it's about the importance of staying connected, or connections. This is the backbone, the foundation of happiness and success as far as I'm concerned, hands down.
Hands down.
Not one of the easiest things to do because we have to cultivate and maintain really healthy connections.
Yes. So, I mean, let's boil these connections down to what we're all kind of yearning for. And some people may say they're not, but like, I think as humans, we're built for this, is friendship.
Yep. We're very communal. That's our evolution, yes. Tribal and communal. And the one thing that I don't want to do is lecture in this, but Chrystal and I have formed such a great connection over the last year. We couldn't believe it's been a year since we've known each other. And we just want to share it with everybody because it's been the best thing ever.
Yeah, we both kind of found ourselves midstream. She just recently, in the last couple of years, moved to the most gorgeous spot in Northwest Arkansas. And where did you move from?
We moved from Shawnee, Kansas, which is right outside Kansas City, Missouri.
From right around Kansas City, Missouri, home of my favorite football team.
Yep.
Woo-hoo,
the Chiefs. Woo!
Rebecca was she started and she was persistent with me. You know, I personally was going through a lot at the time.
But not pushy.
But not pushy. She was not pushy.
But I definitely was consistent and gentle and just kind of, I know we can become friends. We had so much in common.
Well, tell us.
I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Well, actually, Rebecca, tell our viewers how we started talking.
Oh, this is fun. Okay. We met, this is the same thing we talked about in our last episodes, get out there, right, and meet people. We met at a community meeting, and you were with your mom.
I was with my mom.
Lovely lady, mom. And
you were with your husband.
I was with my husband. It was a good group of people.
Yeah, maybe like 20, 25.
We ended up sitting at the same table for lunch. So we started yakking.
But you went and got a piece of my sourdough.
Yeah, there was sourdough up there. And see, I love sourdough, and I actually baked a loaf yesterday. And I did a really short version. It was only a 1-day version. We're going to share that later too, because for those of you that say it's too hard, it takes too long, I got the answer. There was sourdough at the table, and of course I turn around and I go, "Who made the sourdough?" And everybody looks up and goes, "Me?" Like that. And so I grabbed a piece and went and sat down, and I'll never forget, Crystal's mom went, "So what do you think?" Well, and I told her I thought it was fabulous. The crumb was beautiful, nice and airy and fluffy. It was delicious. So then I told her I teach sourdough classes, and that was it. But that was when it started.
Little did I know this was the sourdough expert over here, but that is how our friendship started over bread. It's awesome. And I'm thinking, so if you've watched our previous episode or watched any of my Sage Dawn episodes, you may know that I recently went through kind of like a pretty major health event last year, which was that I had some spinal problems in my neck, which caused my spinal cord to get squeezed. And I lost the ability, and I can use my hands now, thankfully. But I did lose the ability to write and to type, and eventually, I had a really, really great job working remotely as a leader in a tech company, and I decided to quit after being ill for 3 months, and I had that massive surgery. And it's like I'm kind of rebuilding what life looks like for me now. And part of that is I have this, I call it the, I wish I had a friend syndrome.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Do you ever find yourself saying, oh, I wish I had friends, or, oh, I wish I had a group of lady friends that did X, Y, and Z, or I wish I had a friend.
Yeah.
And she just kept kind of reaching out to me. She sent an email now and then. She sent me a text now and then. And I think it was before my surgery, you came over to my house for coffee.
Right.
And then...
So that was the second time we met in person.
Mm-hmm.
So we stayed in contact casually. Because I knew that Chrystal was going to go through some major changes. And it was important that she had all the space she needs, but know that, I'm interested in getting together with her and talking about our common interests, which are really fun.
Right.
So, and then you had your surgery.
Yeah. And, I think you may be like me in that, it's hard to make friends, especially if you have a career, and you end up like your friends are a lot of the people you work with, which can bring its own set of very big challenges.
So what is that about us? It's a little scary, isn't it? Especially when I'm new in the community. But even before that, when I lived in Shawnee, and I know a lot of people mention this to me that I talked to, excuse me. It was so hard to meet friends. People were in jobs, 9 to 5, their kids. They had no time to meet people except friends at work. Those were their only friends. And they wish they could get out. Not that those people aren't great. That's fine.
Right.
But they're casual friends most of the time.
Yeah.
Casual friends that you are friends with at work.
Right.
Developing different kind of friendships outside of work, it's different.
Oh, and then
it's totally different.
Layer on that, you work, say, remotely for a company, and your friends at work are scattered all across the U.S.
Yeah. That's me
There's
too.
all different, places where you can be like, oh, well, the only people that I know are the people I work with. So,
it's common. Yep.
I think we should talk about work friends because that can be really, really tricky.
That's interesting. Yeah. Maybe in another episode?
Maybe in another episode, for sure. For sure.
So you had your surgery, and then there was time for recoup. So I would just send a little note to her in a text saying, oh, I hope you're doing well. That's about it. And so she, oh, yeah, I'm doing well. And then it was about 3 weeks later that we had coffee. Was it 3-ish?
Yeah.
So once she fell on her feet a little bit and comfy enough to have company, I went over for coffee. And then we sat there and talked about sourdough some more. And then we found out we liked to craft with the Cricut.
And right before you left, we started talking about purses. And I was like, oh. And there's something, I was like, oh, I like talking to Rebecca.
Don't start me on purses. Oh, that's bad. I will go and go and go.
She's got an amazing collection. And I think we actually have to do a podcast on her purses.
If you love purses, you will watch this because it is good.
Yeah,
and there probably won't be enough room for one episode on this because I have purses.
Do you have a story to tell with each purse?
Yeah. I'm very picky about my purses, and my husband started it. I'm not going to get into this because this is a whole other episode. My husband started buying me purses, designer purses, at outlet prices. Now, we're going to talk smart about this. Very rarely have I paid full price for a purse. But there are ways to do it. Anyway, we're moving on. We're going to go back to connection. So it's about 3 weeks we got back together, started talking about Cricut, crafting, not just craftsy, but nice. Like scrapbooks, cards, quilling.
Quilling, paper craft, all sorts of paper craft stuff.
So we started realizing we had a lot in common. And then the big bomb came, YouTube.
Yeah, I was actually, so I was over here. Yeah, I was over here for the first time I met Rebecca at her house. And she gave me a tour of this beautiful house. And it was downstairs in your craft room. I saw the ring light. I was like, uh-oh.
It's a whole craft room.
It's over.
with 2 Cricuts. We will talk about this in another episode, too.
Oh, her craft room is to die for. It's amazing.
It's so much fun to craft together. We could do it. I wonder, can we do it live or should we just do a recording?
We'll think about it. Yeah, we'll think about it. But we're going to do some crafting. I don't know if you want to get into that.
Yeah, it depends. If you're not interested in that, we'll talk about sourdough or we'll go out and do some field trips. Anyway, back to connections. We found out we had a lot in common. And that's important. When you find somebody, you start to get to know different people. And like I said, I've only been here 2 years. So it's like, how am I going to get to know people? Well, I talked to my neighbors and I talked to some of the people that I met through them. And I asked them what they were involved in.
Yeah.
What are you involved in? What's there to do around here? And there's groups everywhere.
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 Even if you don't think so, most communities will have clubs, neighbor groups.
Yeah.
And, there's all sorts of, you can make friends online. I'm sure a lot of you have friends around the world that you haven't actually even seen in person, which is a slightly different kind of friendship. But yeah.
Ask your neighbors, ask the people you're starting to get to know, or what they're involved in. If you like to mountain bike, are there mountain biking groups around? If you have a favorite like Facebook community, ask them. Mountain biking around, or is there any like baking clubs around, gardening clubs around?
Yeah.
Just start asking. You will get answers.
You
Trust
will.
me.
So as we were building a friendship, we were realizing that we're going through some of these ways together. I mean, I don't know about you all, but when I sit down, even with my mom, who I've known my entire life, I can still ask her a question and get an answer that I didn't know she would say.
Yeah, see, learning still. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, your friends could be your family even. I mean, it's the people around you. But sometimes I think it's good for us to kind of get out of the house and meet someone outside of your inner circle.
So slowly we were discovering that we had lots in common, especially this, filming on YouTube. This is so fun. We started realizing we'd like to do a lot together. The list is endless. We made a brain dump the other day. Both of us did, and it's just endless. But to me, getting out there and connecting like what we did, it didn't happen instantly. It took a little bit of cultivating, real patience. But how do you kind of figure out you're going to connect with someone? How do you know if you meet someone? I wonder if I have a lot in common. Well, trust yourself first. But before you go out there and put yourself out there, make a list of your top 3 talents, your things, the things that you're good at, okay, the things you love to do a lot, and seek those people out.
Absolutely.
Seek them out. Start to go out and just get to know people. You might meet a few people who don't have those same interests, but they'd be great casual friends to go meet other people and hang out with. Or you may figure out, oh yeah, no, this person loves to do that. Oh, now can you introduce me?
Right.
So you're just moving along and you're cultivating. It's growing.
Right. And I agree. You cannot just make a friend overnight. I mean, you might start the initial spark, but it's just like any relationship, you've got to feed it.
Yeah.
A new friendship, you've got to feed it. You've got to trust yourself first. You sit down and you understand how would you benefit another person as a friend? Like, how do you see yourself as a friend?
Yep. And that's true because there were 2 things going on. I didn't know anybody here. Okay, that's scary when you don't know anyone. I want to know people and I want to get out. I work from home as an affiliate marketer and I love doing it. I also coach and teach sourdough lessons, but I want friendships. That's it. It's important. Happiness, longevity, everything shows that the more you have a couple of really true friends, the longer and happier you're going to live and you're going to stay healthier.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It just makes your life more rounded, I think.
It helps you grow.
Yeah.
You learn so much from each other.
You do.
So don't, if you're sitting there going, well, that all sounds great and this and that, but it is kind of a pain and it takes so much work and I'm just going to get rejected or it's not going to be worth it. Well, it will. It just takes a little bit of investigating and a little cultivating and just go a little slower, just slow down and really look for commonalities.
Yes.
They're out there. Your tribe is out there.
And it might take a while for you to meet someone that has common interests. But you've got to trust yourself. You've got to get out there. You've got to make the first step. You've got to go to that community meeting or go to that quilt group if you like making quilts, or go to the Cricut paper craft group. Yeah. Go to the hiking. There's all sorts of things. You just got to start looking for them. Yep. If you're not looking for what's going on in your community, you might be thinking, oh, nothing goes on here. You'd be very surprised.
Yep, you'd be surprised.
Yes.
Yep.
And then as far as like cultivating a friendship, before we get into maybe some red flags, if you see any, how do you cultivate friendships? So like, let's talk about our friendship a little bit. Like we said, it didn't happen overnight, and we still don't know a lot about each other, which is kind of cool because we're just pressing record and continuing to talk on camera, which is kind of neat. Rebecca made me an awesome coffee this morning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like a plant. You plant the seed, which Rebecca, thankfully, she was brave enough to plant the seed in our friendship. But then every time we get together, we learn more. We have interesting discussions. And it's just like full of curiosity, and I enjoy my time with you.
Yeah. So this can happen at any moment. So be open to it. And I think that's what happened. We kind of fell into it. Actually, it was an accident that we met like that.
Yeah, it was.
But it wasn't an accident once I found out that she liked sourdough and then started liking other things I like to do. I have lots of casual friends where I live, and I have maybe 2 or 3 that I'm wanting to cultivate into really good friendships.
Yeah.
Lasting ones. And so getting out there is easier than we think. And you're not gonna like everybody. Not everybody's gonna like you. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah. And it may take a while. For instance, like it took me a while to sort of warm up to you, I think. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot, I'm more of a private person in a way.
She is. Yep.
But sometimes friendships will just blossom and sometimes they won't. And that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself for that. Sometimes you just don't click with people or don't want to spend time with people.
Yep.
Or decide you don't like people. But ours did click, and it's just been fun. It's just been fun getting to know you, and now fun kind of sharing our friendship with the world. But also kind of just fun to see how, I don't know, how your house is, how you arrange your furniture, how you make coffee. It's like I think of all of it as an art. I just think it's just so precious, and it's fun. It's so fun visiting with you. So
sweet. That's sweet. What the whole point of this, and put it in context of our whole mission and our values, is we both know, and we've been out there, so we listen to people, that this is the whole foundation of growing is connections. It's the whole foundation of it. That's why we're talking about it now. It can get a little serious, but it really should be fun, especially people who are over 50 and 60, like me. It's important to stay out there and be connected. A lot of us want to grow our businesses. We want to get side hustles. We want to transition from that corporate life into semi-retirement. You need connections. That's it. And when we just have friends at work, it can cut us off. Yeah. It can cut our nose right off. So it's time to start thinking about outside that world and starting to take little bits of time and start to cultivate that.
Yeah.
And build it, because it's coming.
And it feels like very valuable. Like it feels very, it feels good to me. It doesn't feel flaky.
Yeah.
So I think it's good for us. It's food for our souls.
Absolutely.
It really is.
It helps us grow, and it helps us keep a good faith and perspective about things.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love having. I mean, eventually, I can see our friendship growing into where we can say, "Oh, that's ridiculous! I can't believe you did that."
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're getting there.
But it'll get there. What did you do?
Why are you wearing that?
I can't believe you just said that. Things like that.
Yeah.
No, the whole comfort level. You just approach that.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, are you going to get out there and make some friends?
Yeah.
What do you think? I really appreciate you guys sticking around. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Please share this video. I mean, we really want to build a community here. This is Midstreamers. We hope you stick around for the next one.
Yes.
Next.
What are we doing next?
What are we doing next?
Field trip.
We're doing a field trip.
Surprise.
We haven't actually decided where we're going, but we're going to take you somewhere cool.
Yeah.
We're going to take you somewhere cool. I think somewhere in the Eureka Springs area we're going to go.
If you all think of any kind of cool topics that you want us to venture into, drop it in the comments.
Drop it in the
I
comments.
want to hear what you're thinking about. I want to talk about this or that. Nothing's off limits.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks for sharing your time with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.